Hello folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun. We just finished up with Kalima Forest, got a boss out of the way, also got, I believe, 2 gin in there, and we're getting ready to head to our first lighthouse. We can now afford the broadsword, which is going to give us plenty of damage, but we're not going to sell the Bandit sword because Ivan can actually use that. It's kind of an upgrade for you. We will make sure that Garet gets one as well. Now, unfortunately, this does not leave us any money whatsoever for an armor upgrade, which is what I was kind of hoping to get for these guys. As you can see, the bronze shield costs a little more than we even have to begin with. Let's see, but we don't need the oil drop. They keep the potion because those are actually really good. Wood nuts are sellable, as are smoke bombs. Keep the Bandit sword. Toss off to Ivan in a second. Let's see. We can also sell his travel rope. Just read that. I'm not changing that key button after a while to make sure that I don't do that ever again. Okay, let's upgrade Isaac's shield. It's actually kind of rare for them to give us extra shields, give us artifact shields. Okay, we can't go talk to Lord McCoy right now because we actually have not completed that quest. So instead, we are going to go north. Something I apparently forgot is that we are actually a little bit damaged, but I'm sure we'll get enough PP back to take care of that soon. Some endless combat here. We're actually kind of over-leveled for this area right now because of all the leveling over there in Kalima Forest and because of the armor upgrades. Speaking of which, I should probably do this Bandit sword to Ivan, huh? Get him off of the Shaman's Rod. That's a cave we're going to take in just a second. It should also be mentioned that Ivan is effectively the fastest character in the game. He's kind of weak, though. But you can abuse this fact by giving him abilities or weapons that you want to proc early. There's a weapon that we're going to get a little bit later on, the Unleash of which will bind an opponent's synergy. This is actually a very powerful weapon for that very reason. If you don't want damage out of Ivan, you can actually toss that onto his equipment list just to make sure that you can bind synergy first turn, first go every round. I haven't remember where it is, but there's actually a forest around here somewhere that you can actually press the activate key, the A button, and it will actually grab you a set of turtle boots. It's one of the few sets of boots in the game. This right here is a plant, obviously enough. The only way to use a plant is to give someone else basically a trade gin. This actually is a class change. As you can see, Isaac and Garet are both brutes as opposed to their normal classes. Later on in the game, this will actually become a pretty fantastic way for us to really power up our characters. But right now, not really worth it, given the fact that we only have a couple of gin in the first place. vines, which should create them unclimbable. And I actually wasted some money back there. Darn. Actually, I think this is, if I remember, that's a light blade. So we're actually going to give that to Ivan. Cheers, I didn't actually waste as much money as I thought I did. The Elven's Blade Unleash is a Vorpal Slash, which does particularly high damage. If I had thought about it, I actually would have come up here into this cave, it's a very easy item to get, and gotten this prior to, there's Vorpal Slash for you. Would have gotten that prior to going into Klima Forest, because it kind of wrecks me. Let me fix that key binding. Okay, there we go. That was actually driving me nuts. Hopefully you'll see less of those me being stupid about menus, but, well, realistically now I've probably gotten used to buttons being the other way around. Looks like everyone's on the left-hand side. I think, if I remember correctly, it's simply a dead end, but let's go double-check. Yep, dead end. Ah, 3 ghouls. So I consider that to be a good time. Awesome. Got some level ups there. These, as you may have guessed, are ice blocks. And unfortunately, we can't really do much with them at the moment. Not sure why I did that. Many of the synergy spells you see in this game are actually unlockable by characters. Guard is something we will get to use in the future. Awesome, character's level 8. It should definitely be noted that on my starting playthrough of the game, when I played it through about a week ago to sort of remember my way around the game, I did a sequence break then without even realizing it. I went this direction instead of going to Klima Forest, like we're technically supposed to. It was actually something I planned to do in this playthrough, and, well, we were already at the top of Tret by the time or in order to get that Jupiter Gem, and then by then I said, well, let's just go beat Tret. The Vorpal Blade is amazing, but the problem is the monsters here are particularly difficult to fight. They are extremely high level compared to what I was then, so pretty much any hit was half healthing me. Actually, just coming out of this cave right up ahead here, Garet actually died because there was so much damage and I couldn't heal him in time. And just prior to doing this Let's Play, I actually stopped doing that, and I went and, after being the Lighthouse, I went to Kalima, beat that, and that's when I started doing this. So we're doing things in the correct order here. The game is surprisingly resistant to sequence breaking for the most part. not really Metroidvania style in that you can actually run around and go to places you're not supposed to ahead of time. Most times there is actually something that will stop you. And if you're wondering what actually killed Garet in that last playthrough, it was one of these bears. Round the bend here, whenever the enemies actually allow us to. Next town. Almost there. And there it is. But of course these Maulers aren't allowed to get there. And I haven't actually paying any attention to my health. I should probably fix that. Luckily Isaac is pretty fast. He tends to actually do so before he gets it. Awesome. Okay. This is Emil. Pronounce how you will. Let's heal up real quick. I like that. I wish I had a hotel like this. Wait on me, hand and foot. Darn, I was hoping to see an actual menu and order stuff off of it. I'm sure these guys are rather hungry. Six gold coins per person. Sorry, 8 gold coins per person. Okay, now that we're healed up, first things first. This snowman is not in the right position. It needs to be down there. Mia. That sounds like a named NPC. More comments on this Mia character. Part of me wants to care. And then part of me goes, wait, no, there's something we want up here. Let's see, how do I go up here again? Alright. Golden Sun actually quite likes the sliding ice puzzles. You see it in a number of locations between all three of the games, actually. Okay. Luckily, I happen to know this one. Oh, darn. Forgot that. That snowman resets himself. Not very congenial, is it? I bet you're wondering exactly why I care about that snowman being there. Because I want to go in this cave. Because here is Garet's second fire jet. Fever. Fever is pretty fantastic because his effect is to wrap a foe in delusion, a blind effect. This is, as you might guess, pretty useful. It should also be noted that some of these effects that they mention cannot be applied to bosses if you were to do it normally. But if you were to use a djinn to do it, you can actually apply these boss-made effects. Okay. Nothing we need to go in here, but just to demonstrate, there's a little boy dispensing healing. Named NPC. Well, let's go find this named NPC. Something's up. It should be noted that when I did my sequence breaking, I had actually skipped that particular cutscene. And as such, I actually have no idea where Mia is this moment. I'm gonna have to find her. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to buy anything right now. Well, this little boy actually asked us, are we looking for Mia? Let's go find her. She just left. Now, knowing my luck, I wonder where she is. Nope. Lady, I'm trying to get Mia, but there's only so many houses, and she doesn't appear to be in any of them. You know what I could do? Which I completely forgot about, because I don't use it very often. Could totally be exaggerating. Well, nuts to this. I'm going to the tower. This is the Mercury Lighthouse. And I can't do anything here. I guess we're gonna have to find Mia. Apparently some other strangers went to the Mercury Lighthouse. Apparently being physically fit stops you from having a cold. Did we check this house? Yes, we did. Hey, he can actually see synergy. That's actually a good question. Where is Mia? Ah, apparently I had to leave the city and come back. Okay. This is actually what I walked in on when I did my sequence break. I have no idea what this actually has to do with synergy. That bed does not look big enough for the two of them, and I do not want to know what those old people are going to do in that single-person bed. Alex, we know that name. I think it's time for us to investigate. And since we already know where the lighthouse is... Hi, Mia. How's it going? Wasn't that statue moved when we were here earlier? This is a hard puzzle. Nope, wasn't me. It's called Ply. I'm not sure what that's actually supposed to be. I think it might actually be a mistranslation of prey, because I can't remember what it's called in Golden Sun 2. Right, that button is now B, right. Again, what does Little Fairy have to do with Ply? I'm trying not to make two Ply jokes right now. Okay, you may notice a slight blip and a slight change in, well, what we're carrying. That's because, well, stupid me, I accidentally reverted to save somehow by pressing a very stupid button. Things are slightly different, and I just had to catch us back up. Okay. Into the lighthouse. Looks like Mia may be having some trouble. Maybe we should go help her out. As you can see, I'm not quite full health and PP anymore, but I think we'll fix that later. And Mia just nods and moves on. So I suppose we'll do the same thing. Big statue of a woman, empty room, jumping puzzle. And yet, we're so trustworthy, and everyone feels they can tell us secrets. We just got our fourth party member, Mia. Mia comes with Fizz, which restores HP with calming water. Mia is also our dedicated healer, which has a stronger healing spell than Isaac does. Costs a little bit more, but restores more HP all at once. Okay, look, I don't think there's one here, but many of these waterfalls actually hold secret doors. This is a rolling log puzzle with a twist. Clean the pipes. Actually pushes water through. And again, let me express how grateful I am that we do not have to face monsters while we do some of these puzzles. Let's go figure out what's in that chest. I'm sure that was. Psi Crystal is awesome. Refills some or perhaps all of your Psi energy. Works great. Moving on. Now we've completed that puzzle, we can... Let's see... Ah, right. We can remember where we were going in the first place. And Isaac and company move on. Even more ghouls, fantastic. Is it the interior route? No. Yay, more bears. Should also be noted that Mia is one of the slowest characters. She just beats out Garet for speed. So do not rely on Mia to actually be, how to put it, particularly helpful when it comes to healing in a dire emergency. She's just not going to get there that fast. Let Isaac do it, and then have her do the more powerful healing afterwards. Attack, attack, attack. Ribbon, cuttlefish. Cuddles. Really not fish. And there's the Witch's Wand that Mia started with, unleashing stun voltage. That's right. Try to heal someone who's already completely fully out. I'm not sure why some of these statue puzzles have so much room. It's as if the designers said, well, this could be more difficult, but, no. There's the door. Okay. I believe you can actually mine this statue. Nope, that wasn't it? Okay. Okay, well. Oh, that's right. There we go. Using that one special skill to unlock the statue. And we unlock the true nature of these blocks, which allows us to walk on water for 3 steps. First Siren-type monster fight. Fantastic. As I said, hidden doors behind waterfalls. And if you're curious about what happens if you jump too far, that happens. Synergy armor is rather fantastic. As you can see, Isaac's inventory is full. We're actually going to trade Garet because I want Garet to... Isaac, because Kirin already has plenty of good armor. Okay, and this is... yeah, our first mimic. It should be noted that mimics are very, very powerful. They are strong. They hurt. Try not to go in against a mimic without really, without really taking it seriously. They can wipe the party pretty easily. They also have a large amount of very good spells, and they can for trucks. We'll let Mia summon Mercury, which does exactly as every other level 1 summon does. That's right, a decent amount of damage, and that's about it. I think this is the first time we're going to be able to see Kirin, if he actually lasts that long. I don't know if he's going to last past Ramses. Well, here's Kirin. Oh, that voltage. And then here's Kirin. Exciting. And that was Isaac leveling up. Now he has the Cure Well, which actually makes him a more powerful healer than Mia is in a pinch, but she's still the more efficient healer. Now, Mia uses ice spells for the most part. Her spells never seem to do a lot of damage when I use them, so I don't really tend to use them much. She's more of a dedicated healer type for me. Awesome, Ivan went up to level 10 Magician. Now, this jumping puzzle is particularly annoying. That's actually really good that you just get sent back to your previous jump. If you try to go for that block to my lower left, the block to my upper left, or any of those, you'll actually run out of jumps trying to get around the interceding blocks. So, not really worth it. That's actually a trap chest, mostly to prove the point. So now we get to go all the way around. Okay. Now we have pretty much accomplished everything in this room, so we get to move on. After we ruin the days of these folks right here. Oh, those guys didn't last long, did they? And Garet reaches level 10 as well. There we are. Nothing else in this room, is there? Didn't think so. Well, let's see. I wonder what we do here. Yeah, I'm not sure why I pushed up that first one in the first place. I wonder, did something change? We are moving up in the world. Can't do anything in this room, obviously. Well, let's see here. I promise, I actually have done some of these puzzles before. back and forth. Yes, yes, yes. We don't care about that one anymore. That one's useless. And there we go. I think some of these cutscenes showing you, this is what you did, are kind of extraneous. I'm sure they could just think that, well, you know, they saw these previous rooms, they see how this stuff is connected. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Ooh, hello. Item. It's a nut. I'm allergic to nuts. I have no idea why this set of ladders is here. I really don't. It's always puzzled me. This is really cool. I love this effect. I wish they did that more than once in the dungeon. Well, let's see. It's another Siren. Let's see. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's that one. Look what we have here. It's time to get Mia her second. Let's try not to scare it off. Something tells me it's not amazingly scared. That actually hurt. Now we piss it off. More damage than I was hoping for. Yes, you actually can set Jin. I've never actually encountered a time where I would want to, honestly. Actually in a battle like that. But it is actually possible. Awesome. Sleet is actually pretty good. If I remember correctly, he, let's see. Yep, reduces attacks of foes. Pretty useful, especially for bosses. As I said, they do affect bosses. As you can tell, we are getting kind of high up in this tower, because the foes are starting to change. Now we're starting to get more difficult people. And man, I hope I have enough time to actually heal him. Wow. That's special right there. There's no such thing as overkill. Don't forget that. Darn, killed the wrong person. Is it really a blessing if it hurts everybody? Ever onwards and upwards. It's another Siren. And now it's Ivan, who's in dire need of healing. Now remember, I was several levels under-leveled when I did this last time, so this is not a This should be easier, but I'm just not remembering to heal people when I'm supposed to. And of course, it's the last one. Yeah, I don't like that attack, as you may have guessed. You may also notice that the basic attacks of any given adept actually focus on what their prime element actually is. It's a cool effect. You may also notice that since we've been inside of this place, Mia has been regaining PP every turn. That sounds like a hint. My favorite part of the tower, right here. Isaac just can't swim. Didn't look like the nicest elevator. Synergy stone, but, well, we all have our everything to the max. Before you go on top of this next staircase, this is where you want to save like I just did, and also where you want to make sure you're completely healed up because the cutscene starts. Probably not a good thing. Well, if we're given definition of healer. Garet's speech doesn't really change no matter what you say. Apparently she knows about Veil. That sounds like a voice we know. Hey look! The guys who did this. Pretty much. Yep, come stop you. Remember that line of sight thing I told you about? That ball is floating. Don't you think he'd, I don't know, be visible on the other side of it? Notice how they never comment on Ivan or Mia. It's just Garet and Isaac they're paying attention to. She can pronounce dots, too. Felix. Dot, dot, dot. Wait, wasn't Jenna the one who said that last time? Yeah. This feels like Ash Ketchum in that one episode of Pokemon where he stood up there in front of all of those Spear and Furion and goes, "You hear me? I'm gonna be a Pokemon Master! You can't touch this!" Total come at me bro moment. Now, folks, for those who've been paying attention about opposite synergies, what does this make Saturos? Well, this is our first real boss fight that we've had. So first, get your buffing Ginny out. And because Mia doesn't have one and we don't need to heal right now, she's going to try to reduce Saturos' attack power. Ooh, 16 damage. Doesn't seem to have affected him, but as you can notice, he is weak to water. That does not mean, however, that flat-out attacking him doesn't work particularly well. Wow, he just one-shotted Ivan. Luckily, I think someone has something they can do about that. There it is. Water of Life. Wow, my luck is bad. Darn, she wasn't able to get her second off. I don't think I actually have any way to get her back up again at this point. Yeah, that was, decidedly not good. Not good at all. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to beat him now. Oh, so now he attacks the person who can actually withstand him. That's exactly what we want to do right now. Now, technically, the smarter way to do a fight like this is to actually not use up all your Jin like I was. That is not a very intelligent way to do this. I never said I was intelligent. I'm gonna lose Ivan to the next attack. Close. Just glad that Isaac goes before Saturos, otherwise we would have lost this. I think we still have a chance of winning. He just likes Isaac for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay, he should be close to dead at this point. Just not sure how close he actually is. Ideally, I'd be flipping Granite on and off right now, which is one of the only reasons you'd be setting almost a Pokemon right there. Huh. Almost one of the only reasons you'd be setting a gym. But, Isaac is on heal duty because Mia went down. There we go. So unfortunately, Mia misses out on that experience, but we win. That's right, folks. Saturos was not at full power. Line of sight, yet again. Yeah, if we had actually been up during that, that would have been an easy, easy fight. Whoops! I kind of assumed you knew. Thank you, Clarissa. He's so touchy. He's so evil. So he's an amazing analyst, too. Teleporting again. Yes, she could use that. It means I could skip some of these puzzles. Yes, man, Isaac advancing the plot. We couldn't stop them from lighting the bacon. Of course we can still beat them. If not, the game would be over at this point. Yep, the one girl. Okay. By the way, something to be noted, Mia is still down. Yep. How convenient. Came right up as soon as we did that. No, we do not get an easy ride back up. There are people here now. Wow, does that sound like a hint or what? That sounds like a hint too. We took care of that already. Because I stole the empty bottle earlier. By the way, that actually is a usable item. It actually does refill all our HP, and you can do it as many times as you like. You know, if you want to trek all the way back here each and every time. Okay. Now, I don't think I've actually had to raise a person before. If you do not have Water of Life, which is expensive... Oh, right, this cutscene. Mia's that much of a badass. They have names. Okay, Justin. No, wrong buddy. We need him to revive. Yeah. It's not incredibly expensive right now, but the price goes up depending on level. So this can get expensive if you're not paying attention. Okay, before we close down for the session, gonna heal up so that way I don't walk off with no health in the next round. And we are also, so I don't forget this either. Let's see if this is the guy that actually does weapons. Yep. Let's see. Ah! Blessed Ankh. Okay, let's see. upgrade goes to her. It's usually how I decide who gets the biggest upgrade. Or the next upgrade is by who benefits by it the most. Do you have any armor I don't already have? Yes, you have Adept's Clothes. The Adept's Clothes are one of the better early game armors, because it actually does restore PP with every turn. Makes it a lot easier for you to spam moves. Let's see, well, I think everybody who can use Bronze Shield is using it. Yep. No! That was a waste of money. Luckily, I have stuff I can sell. We do not need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. Smoke bombs I was trying to sell. Ah, there we go. And... no, not the herb. Leave the herbs alone, you dirty old man. Yes, we're selling other gloves. Let's see. It's the wooden cap that we need here. So we haven't upgraded that in quite some time. Beginning of the game, actually. Their defense is actually starting to get respectable at this point. Okay, they both have circlets. She has a wooden cap. Can he use a wooden cap? He can use a wooden cap if we sell his circlet. Okay, folks, hate to say it, we are absolutely tapped. Luckily, he has no artifacts for me to worry about. Okay, folks, that is it for this session. We just completed the Mercury Lighthouse. We're going to go back to Colima Forest next time and see what's changed. I'll see you guys soon.